We are the West Side Connection. I'm Aaliyah.
I'm Tyra.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Corey.
The artifact we chose was the movie Rocky, filmed in 1976, starring Sylvester Stallone. Our thesis statement is, Rocky Balboa serves as a reminder of the American dream ideal that so many people strive for in our society. Rocky really exemplifies how an ordinary person can better their economic, societal, and mental situation if they have the right amount of grit and perseverance. However, this ideal advances gender stereotypes and very narrow definitions of masculinity and femininity. To start with, we'll look at some of the textual context, and specifically we'll look at the master plot and the characters. The characters were inspired by Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner, who fought on March 24, 1975, and Sylvester Stallone watched that fight, and the idea for this movie was born. The protagonist in Rocky is Rocky Balboa. He is a small-town boxer and collector for Loan Shark in Philly. The antagonist is Apollo Creed. He is the heavyweight boxing world champion who wants to fight a local contender in Philly when his original opponent becomes unable to compete. The foil to Rocky is Mickey Goldmill. He was a former bantamweight fighter that asked Rocky if he can train him near the middle of the movie. However, he does not believe in Rocky at all at the beginning of the movie. Some minor characters are Adrian Panino, who is Rocky's love interest and becomes his wife, and Paulie, who is Adrian's brother. When we look at the master plot, we have a very strong current of this underdog theme. Rocky is working class, he is a collector for a loan shark, he's very low as far as social strata, and he has very unorthodox training because he can't afford to do anything more expensive. He can't hire the fanciest trainers or anything like that. He has one chance to really make it big in his match against Apollo Creed. Apollo is the exact opposite of him. He is highly egotistical, very privileged, and much more professional than Rocky. He has all of the money and the ability to have those really, really professional trainings, and he is the current heavyweight boxing world champion. This fighting chance really gives Rocky a chance to succeed. It gives him a chance to increase his social strata, his class, his wealth, and really exemplifies that American dream ideal of starting at the bottom and getting to the top through that grit and perseverance. This quote, "The greatest exhibition of guts and stamina in the history of the ring," was from Rocky Balboa.
So, industrial context. So, the director was John G. Alvinson. Sylvester Stallone was the creator of Rocky, and he demanded to be casted as the main character, Rocky Balboa, even when he was offered over $300,000 to buy him off the script. He wanted to play the main character. The financing of the movie was considerably low, with only a budget of $1 million. This movie went on to make $225 million at the box office. The production of this film took place in Philadelphia. The script was written by Stallone in only 3 days. The whole movie was shot within 28 days. This is very uncommon for a type of movie to be able to be shot in 28 days. Sylvester Stallone is mirrored in his character Rocky Balboa. They're both Italian Americans that started from the bottom and have progressed through society.
Now for the historical context, we get into the 1970s, where it was a very important time period for the media industry, bringing movies like The Godfather, Jaws, Grease, Superman, Star Wars, and many others. They were the building blocks for the movies we see today. These movies were a huge part of media in general and still have a lasting impact on people to this day. When we think of these cult classics, we are hit with a wave of nostalgia and a sense of the past. The women's liberation, gay rights, environmentalism, and cult/crime movements were some prevalent social issues. The quote, 45 years later, the legacy of that day continues to evolve, was from the women's suffrage movement. However, in Rocky, we see hyper-masculine themes in the characters of Apollo Creed and Rocky, and hyper-feminine feminine themes with Rocky's wife Adrian. Throughout the franchise, these gender stereotypes are heightened once Rocky and Adrian start a family.
So next is audience. And we look into the reception and recognition that the movie got. When it was released in 1976, it became the highest grossing movie of that year, earning more than $117 million at the box office. It was then nominated for 10 Academy Awards and won 3 of them, including Best Picture. Locations where he trained, such as the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, became a popular tourist attraction. A statue of Rocky was even placed at the bottom of the stairs.
So really, overall, this quote from The Hollywood Reporter really summarizes everything we just went through and everything we think this movie has to offer. So for the course of its 2 hours, we learned that given the incentive, a man can transform himself from a bum to a worthy contender, or perhaps more important, America is still a place where a man can haul himself up by his own bootstraps, provided he believes in himself and has the will to do so. This is our works cited, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.